In this video, we're going to be discussing how to pick an offer, some key indicators that an offer can be successful, and how to tell if an offer is going to do well. So how can I tell if an offer is worth my time and money? So the first way would be asking your affiliate manager, but you need to ask very specific questions as most affiliate managers aren't going to tell you the complete truth without you asking these questions. So you're always going to want to ask about two things, and that would be the EPC, or the earnings per click, and the volume. So that means the amount of conversions coming in. Now, this is a key way to find out performance, but you always want to ask for this data for your specific traffic source. So if you ask them, what's the generic EPC and volume, and it's doing, let's say, $3 and 500 sales per day, but on search where you're running, it's only doing 20 cents EPC and it's maybe only be doing 5 sales per day. So that's a key indicator that your offer may not be something you want to run on your traffic source. The second option is you can do live spying to see where profit pools and opportunities are. So what I mean by profit pools is basically if you're using profit hacks, let's say in the Bing Ads training section, which you're about to get to, you want to use the brand bidding method and you want to use navigational terms and things like that. I would type those terms into Bing or AdWords and make sure that you're going to be one of the only people running it. That's how I would identify a profit pool or a huge opportunity. So always check for competition. Make sure to see if somebody else is running it. If you see a lot of people running something, you can typically tell that this is a very big winner. And the reason why a lot of people are running it is because a lot of people have discovered that it's such a big winner. So it doesn't mean that it's impossible to make profit. I've been running against many competitors for quite some time, and I've still been in profit with my campaigns. So it's not the end of the world if there is competition. The last thing I want to mention is don't rely on a CPA offer. There are tons of affiliate programs out there like hosting programs, online courses, etc. And the majority of these programs are not going to have very harsh terms. So it means you can run it in just about any way you want. Some of these don't even have ads running, and they're very popular products. For example, one of the campaigns that we identified last year was actually in the 200 to 300,000 monthly search mark on Bing, and the company wasn't even running search ads. So it was just tremendously profitable for us to take that approach. And there's so much huge opportunity here. Nobody talks about this. None of the other courses like to talk about affiliate programs out there like hosting, online courses. I mean, there's millions to be made by applying the same strategies in this course just by focusing in on looking where other people aren't. So this is a common question. How can I tell if the offer will do well? So there's never going to be guarantees in CPA marketing. In fact, I want to tell you that there's never going to be guarantees anywhere, just an ethics thing. Your biggest winners are going to come from testing, not speculating. There's been times where, especially on Bing Ads and search, I have tested out campaigns and I thought they were going to do really well, and they were complete duds, and they were just, I lost maybe $100, $200. And there's been campaigns where I thought they would do terribly, and they were some of my biggest campaigns of all time. So I tell you to test, and not to sound too cliche, because I know that's a really annoying thing to hear. A lot of the CPA quote unquote gurus out there are going to tell you it's all about testing, and that's not the case, but you are going to need to test some things. It's just part of how it goes. So what I would recommend when you test is to test small so that you don't burn through your budget quickly. Keep your budgets maybe $15, $20 a day, $50 per day max when you're first starting out. And this is going to try to conserve the majority of your budget so that you can focus in on scaling your campaign once you find a winner. I've had so many people come through courses in the past and they found a winner, and then they've been completely out of money and they can't scale it or keep running it. So they have to wait until they get paid by the network. So just try to test as small as you can and focus on the profits. I mean, if you have to take my 3x rule or my 10x payout rule and you have to change it to a 1x payout just to test different offers, do what you need to do, but test small. Never ever test big unless you have serious budget. So finally, I would recommend that you go back to the videos that I've made for each traffic source where I describe the best offers for each traffic source. I talk about the reasons why I recommend these offers, and I also talk about the specific verticals and niches that tend to perform the best, as well as the payout types. So, for example, CPS versus CPL. So here's another really common question. Does the payout matter? The answer is no. The payout does not matter whatsoever. The only things you should care about are the EPC and volume. And additionally, I guess you could count in the conversion rate. I have had $20 payout offers and less actually lead to 2,000% plus ROI campaigns on AdWords. And I've had $80 payout offers that are 30% or even less using the same exact strategy. So, the payout really has nothing to do with it. There's so many more variables that come into play, but how well an offer converts, the volume, that's really what's going to win at the end of the day. I mean, especially, for example, let's say, I'll give you an example. My CPL BizOp campaign that I ran in 2016 on Bing that was very successful for us. It was a $14 or $15 payout, and it was still doing $300 to $400 every single day in pure profit, while we were running another campaign that was a BizOp offer that had a higher payout, but just wasn't converting at all. I had one sale after like $300 spent. So I actually lost money. So the payout, once again, is not what you want to focus on. You want to focus on the performance indicators, how well the offer is performing, and you're going to want to split test the different payouts. So if you have an offer that, let's say, has a version of it where it pays $20 and you have an offer, the version pays $80. You're going to want to split test and see which ones are going to do better, because automatically assuming that the higher payout is going to do better is not going to lead you to success. In fact, quite the opposite. So once again, payout is an illusion that throws a lot of people off who are new to the CPA space. Do not let it distract you. Profit is the only thing you should be caring about. It's the only thing that matters. So finally, just to wrap this up, please make sure that you run whatever you want to run compliantly. What I mean by compliantly is obviously it needs to follow the traffic source's rules and their policies. So be sure to refer to the policy manual for your specific traffic source and make sure that your offer follows all the rules. Now, this is not only to keep our ad accounts long-term and to have a long-term business, but it's also to prevent competitors from being able to report us and get our ads taken down. So you don't want to give that power to your competitors. You want to stay in control. You want to be in control of your profits. You want to be in control of your campaigns. Don't give them the opportunity to sabotage you by running uncompliantly. So once again, just a final recommendation. At this point, please proceed to the next video to continue.